What happened? We're ready now? Yes. We're all ready now. Grant Miller here, Miami Community Newspapers. I'm with Miss Reinhardt. Exactly how do you pronounce your name and where'd that come from?
It's Aura Reinhardt.
Aura Reinhardt. Where'd that come from?
So it's a nickname for Aurelia. So down here, I'm Aurelia, I'm Aurelia, but it's Aura was the nickname for that.
And you are in charge of the.
I am the executive director of the BID.
And what is the BID?
The Business Improvement District.
And who funds that?
So the property owners in the 19-block radius area of the BID downtown
Of Coral Gables.
They are the ones who self-assess them, and they are the ones who put funds into a bucket that then I can use for promotional opportunities.
This is not a city?
It's not a city.
People think it is.
They do, but we're a 501c6, so we're affiliated with the city, and we are operational thanks to the city, but we are a separate entity.
Yeah, people get very confused.
They do.
Yeah, you have the city of Coral Gables, who does a great job on a lot of things, but the business district is self-contained. Then the city of Coral Gables has an economic development, and then we have the, if not the world famous Coral Gables Chamber of Commerce. Last year, so Coral Gables has a lot of things going on. But let's talk about you. First of all, I am not Gloria. Gloria is much nicer, longer hair. She's out today. So, where are you from? Born and raised. Where were you born?
Born and raised. It's a little complicated because born overseas, raised overseas. Came back to the United States to go to college. I am American. My father was in the
military
government.
Government.
Diplomatic service, but same thing. And came back then at college time, spent most of my years in the New York City area.
You went to college where?
I went to a college in Massachusetts. I went to, I'm about to say Mills College in California. That's because my grandmother, Aurelia Reinhardt, founded that. But I went to, in South Hadley, Massachusetts, to a Mount Holyoke, to one of the Seven Sisters schools, Mount Holyoke College.
Yeah. Let's talk about that. Most people don't know about the Seven Sisters.
So in the day, there were 7 colleges located in the United States who were 100% for women. Not all of them are anymore. And in my time, Radcliffe would have been one of them, and Bryn Mawr, and so on. But Radcliffe now is part of Harvard. And
who?
Yeah, that one.
That one, exactly.
So a lot of the schools have shifted, but Mount Holyoke still is for women, 100%.
Oh, okay, so you just said your grandmother.
Well, my grandmother, Aurelia Reinhardt, actually was president of a women's college in California called Mills College. Mills is in Oakland, right outside of San Francisco. And I just found out last week that they have merged with a university on the East Coast so that they can be, so they can have men and women equally. This is obviously a trend that's happening in the education field, but I was disappointed because I think there's some people who that's what they want to do when they go to school. They want to focus on their studies. They want to stick to a gender-specific education program. And due to economics, I think it's not working.
Okay, where did you go to high school?
Boarding school in Switzerland. My father was living in Switzerland, in Zurich at the time, and I went to high school in the French part of Switzerland in a place called Villars.
Wait, in Switzerland, there's 2 different parts?
Oh, there are many
we don't remember that. You know, I'm from Miami.
No. Good, very good question. So Switzerland has many parts because they have many cantons, and some of them are divided by language. So you have they say the German part of Switzerland and the Italian part of Switzerland, which is the Ticino, and then you have a French part of Switzerland.
How many languages do you speak?
Just 3.
What 3?
French, Italian, and English. A little bit of English.
Well, if you speak Italian and English,
so
you speak Spanish.
I understand Spanish.
Right, yeah, of course you do.
But I never studied it, nor am I fluent as I am with the other 2. So I don't say I do.
Okay, so how did you get to BID?
So my career was in marketing communications and specifically in the wine and spirits industry. And I spent 23 years in New York City working for an amazing company called Moet Hennessy. And Moet Hennessy doing all their public relations and marketing. But then I was hired by Bacardi to come down to Miami to do the same thing that I was doing for Moet Hennessy, but in here in Miami for Bacardi. And that's what brought me to Miami. And so Bacardi has been was a wonderful experience, and I was there for 10 years. And then I have been marketing consulting for a while, and about a year ago was asked if I would join the BID, the Business Improvement District in downtown, to help in their marketing and advocacy programs or actions that they want to take with the city. So that's where I've only been there a year now. I came smack
right in the middle of COVID.
Smack in the middle of COVID. You got
Yeah.
it. You got it.
The BID has had a tough road. They had all these things happen before you started. So you came in at a perfect time.
Correct. I think there are two ways of looking at it. And I certainly see it as a perfect time because there is a lot of opportunity to sort of step back and look at what we need to do for our businesses. And while the visitor might just see stores or restaurants opening or stores closing, we on the BID side need to see what are the tools that we can help our businesses have in order to make up for what they need to do going forward. So you saw that, and I think the Chamber's done a super job under Mark's leadership, bringing education. Yeah, right.
You know, he has a show every week here.
No, I know. I've seen that. I know. But he does a super job. The Economic Development Department under Belkis does a super job as well.
It's really
We're
for Coral Gables,
three prongs. It's like three prongs. Either way, like a stool. Yeah, I see it that
like
way.
Boston.
So we work together,
right?
And then we have very specific goals that we have to reach. But quite frankly, it works really, really well. So we balance things out. And when it comes to promotional opportunities, or when it comes to looking for support and underwriting of things, we get together and we usually manage that nicely.
You know, people don't realize it. The Coral Gables is a tourist attraction. Everybody says, "Oh, South Beach." No.
No.
At Greater Miami Convention Bureau, I know you're listening. Coral Gables is a tourist. People go there. They come there for business.
It is.
They have a lot of hotels.
It is. Yeah. No, we're very excited about that because that actually is what activates a lot of our businesses. In the downtown, as I said earlier, we're only 19 blocks. That's not a lot of space. But we do in that radius have hotels like the Hyatt, hotels like the Colonnade. So we do have visitors that come through business and a loft. It's not in, but
it's right.
You know what? It's Coral Gables. To
right.
me, it's all about Coral Gables at the end of the day.
I mean, we talk about the BID. You have 19 blocks, but the BID helps everywhere.
Absolutely, because we're looking to improve the traffic to downtown. And that comes with talking to the visitors, talking to residents, and talking to business people who come in to work in the city. We have to deal with all of those audiences that come in, because that's really where we get our crowd. We're excited about the new hotel that's opening. At least I am very excited.
We'll get to that. We had two sponsors: South Florida PBS and Quigley Eye as the two sponsors. Now, I grew up in Miami, so the Coral Gables Museum and Ruth Chris, that used to be the bus stops, and we used to take. But back then it was tourist and now you could feel it. I mean, again, the reason people love Coral Gables and why it's so heavily visited at night, because the cops are present everywhere. You go up and down Miracle.
Yeah, people feel safe.
Right, you go up and down Miracle Mile. I love it. I see a cop right in the middle of the road. And another one here. They're there. And it slows the traffic down, but people feel safe. It's well lit. I just was there. I was at Coral Gables yesterday. As you know, Saturday, as you already know, it was National Cheeseburger Day.
Absolutely.
And I was at Clutchburg. You knew that.
Oh, well, I didn't know you were at Clutch, but I mean, yes, Clutchburger would have the celebration going big time.
So that street that they're on, is that part of the BID?
Absolutely. Geralda's a big time player in that.
Geralda used to be, it was just that, but now on the other side of Geralda, the west side,
we have a lot going on there.
It's lit differently, and it's really nice.
No, it's wonderful.
That's the more expensive restaurants.
Well, Tour being one of the best restaurants we have actually on Geralda, but I mean in the city as well. It's terrific. But also the ice cream shops and
they have that little wine shop,
and they have the wine. Mystic is doing really nicely.
Exactly.
Mystic, and then it's terrific. We're very lucky to have it extended somewhat. Obviously, it's not a walking street; it's a traffic street, but people go over there quite a bit.
Yeah, the closed off street. That's
just Geralda.
Yeah, it's pretty impressive. The restaurants there are pretty
We got a good lineup. We're very lucky.
Have you been to the rooftop yet?
I've been up there, not on a Friday night when it's really active. And I still have to go. So we'll have to go sometime together, right?
What?
We'll have to go.
Georgie is the owner.
Yeah, I've met him.
There's George
Terrific.
and there's Georgie.
Yeah.
Yeah. Georgie is the chef
Mm-hmm.
who's well known.
Very
He's
well
done a
known.
great job, and
Certainly
his
has.
appetizers are unbelievable.
Yeah.
I've known him for a while, and they do a great job, and it adds a new touch.
It does. Rooftop is really special, and we didn't have one of those, so that's really
I
we're
think
very excited about that.
So let's get back to the new the star of Coral Gables, the hotel, the new hotel.
Yeah. So the Lowe's, right? I mean, we're looking at that one coming down the pike. I think if I speaking to the city recently, it won't be really till if the end of
But that's not in your.
It's not in my area,
Right? No, but again, the bid is 19 blocks, but
Mhm.
the bid represents all of Coral Gables, because if the outside Coral Gables does good out of your district, they do good.
That's right.
If you do great, everybody
That's right.
benefits.
That's right. And I think the other way of looking at it too is if the downtown shopping area, restaurant area is looking to attract people, who are the people we're going to attract? We want the ones that are closest to us because we want repeat business. This isn't about just the holiday maker coming in once in a while, for a 3-day weekend or something. We'd like to have repeat business. How do you do that? You do it by knowing your neighborhoods. You do it by communicating regularly with the residents. You do it by having events, pop-up events and shows like I do. For instance, we're going to have by the way, we're going to have a terrific Halloween this year. We're going big. We're coming back. Everything closed down last year for obvious reasons, but Halloween is back, and that's going to bring people to downtown like crazy.
But speaking about downtown Coral
Mhm.
Gables, I don't think there's any city in the 34 cities in Dade County that has more theaters, playhouses than Coral Gables. How many do you have?
We do a super job, I must say.
Go
You've got
ahead,
the
name 'em.
Biltmore.
They have a playhouse there.
They have a playhouse there.
Keep going.
Of course, we have the one on Miracle Mile.
The Miracle Theater?
Miracle Theater.
Oh, Actors Playhouse.
Actors Playhouse. Exactly.
Keep going.
Then nowadays we have the new one that's just across in the from City Hall, and that's going to be a performing arts center, not necessarily a theater, but we have concerts going there.
Don't you have Gable Stage too?
And we have Gable Stage, and I mean it's
and you have a
pretty well.
Simon Theater, Gables. You have another one too, right?
No, not theater within the Gables there.
Playhouse.
But I think that's about it. With the threes where
3
we
or
have
4.
active,
Right, but that is
active.
pretty impressive.
It is. And then we have, lots of, and then we have some music, good music, like the Globe and their stage. And then and that's, we're good. I'm working with we're in conversations with.
You love your job.
I do.
Where do you live?
I live Coral Gables.
What part of town do you live in?
Coconut Grove.
That's Coral Gables.
It is to me. It's really Miami,
Well,
but
it's funny.
it is to
funny.
me.
Coconut
I love
Grove.
because it has another thing that I can bring a lot of the learnings from over there to
The good and the bad.
Oh yeah, for sure. Oh,
Coconut Grove
for sure.
is an interesting.
Sure.
It's an animal of its own. It has its highs, has a low.
Mhm.
3 years ago, Grove, you could scream, and it was nobody on the street. Now it's busy. It's alive. The new shopping center, Coco Walk's, done a great job.
They have.
And a lot of people don't know Coral Gables is part of Coconut Grove. We call it Coconut Grove, but it is part of Coral Gables, the west side of
absolutely
on the Grand Avenue.
Yes. No, I do. I'm very aware of that 'cause I'm on the board of the community foundation here in Coral Gables, and we do a lot of activities over there. So it's the Golden Gables, you want to call it, the whatever, but it's the Coconut Grove side.
Yeah,
exactly.
and they used to have a Goombay festival. This is before. I don't know if you're here.
No. But
it was a great
I
festival.
remember hearing about that.
And it went away for a while.
Mhm.
All right. So, what's exciting things is bid. I'm going to use the word bid, economic development, and chamber. What do you guys got planned?
So planning together, we're looking at all kinds of things that we can do as a team, a triumvirate, to encourage more businesses to come to the downtown. And obviously, the chamber through its membership and attracting businesses to the chamber, bring people in. The economic development goes out and tries to. I'm going to use the word lure people into our community from other communities because we're looking for a balanced retail environment, which is important.
It's very important. You can't just have box stores.
No, and there's a trend right now, and it's across the country, of restaurants. So what we're seeing in Coral Gables with a lot of new restaurants opening is not just a Coral Gables thing. This is something well, you see it in Coconut Grove, and you see it in other parts of the country.
Well, let's use
People
shopping
go
malls.
out. Yeah.
Shopping malls are now asking top restaurants to move. Let's just use Dayland.
Mm-hmm.
They are bringing top restaurants, not in the mall but outside the mall, to get people to make it a destination point.
Mm-hmm.
They got they brought in Earl's that was nationwide, and then they have these other two restaurants. I don't even know what they are.
Well, you know what? Now that's a very good point, but that's what the big buildings are doing as well. So new developers, even in the downtown, whether it's downtown Brickell or downtown Coral Gables, they are attracting chefs, well-known chefs, the ones that are,
Like Chef Adrian.
That's a very good example. We're delighted that she's there.
And she's very, very delightful.
Yeah,
I mean, when you see her and she's busy, but when she's not busy and she's not walking by, she's pleasant, fun.
There's a woman who shares her passion.
You can see it on her.
That's the key thing in any profession. When someone loves their passion, has a passion for what they do, and they're able to share it, which is what she does so well. She's really good. She's terrific. Now we're lucky to have her there. Very lucky.
Wow.
Yeah.
Let's get back to that hotel. We didn't. I keep pulling you off of it. How big is it? How many rooms?
It's going to be, and you probably heard from the.
I want to hear from you.
They're going to have hundreds of rooms. There will be lots of rooms, and the city's really thrilled about that. Really.
Are they going to have restaurants in there?
Oh yes, in fact, there are 2 restaurants already signed for downstairs. One is a. Do I have to pronounce it? It's the Brazilian Fogo de Chao on one side.
Who?
Fogo, as in fire of Chao. They're a big steakhouse.
Okay.
And on the other side, it's something I hadn't heard about, but it's called Pinstripes or something. It's also a very good restaurant. They're established chains, but they're elegant and they're nice and they'll be perfect for that area. And we don't have that type around, so we're good. We're thrilled about that.
Now Christie's is right next door.
And stayed and came back.
They closed down for the thing and it came back.
And they came back.
I ate there.
Isn't that exciting?
I did a video there, in fact.
Mm-hmm.
We were talking about it. He says, I'm already getting business from this place. He says
there are offices that have moved in.
Right. Mm-hmm. And I think by bringing those offices in, it's going to change Coral Gables, more offices. Now, this is a trend, this FYI. I didn't have to do research on this. Is everybody 20 years ago had to be downtown for the courthouse. Mm-hmm. The new downtown of Miami is really Coral Gables because most of the lawyers live south. So now their offices are in Coral Gables. Have you seen a lot of that?
There is a lot of that. Yeah, there is a lot of that. And the good news is that a lot of them are the ones who came back to the office quicker than others.
Right.
And while we are very lucky in downtown Coral Gables that our office space is leased and there's very little unoccupied space, I would suggest to you, though, that they're not up and running to the full capacity because everyone's, created a new time schedule, a new allowance for how many days a week you come to work and so on. And by the way, that's affected our businesses too, because obviously the restaurants aren't seeing the total number of people coming out for lunch.
Well, maybe not for lunch, but dinner, the place is mobbed.
Oh, absolutely. That's the good news. That's the good news. Dinner is there. And that's also because we're a destination, because we have these great chefs. We have these, and you just mentioned a couple just now, and we're lucky. People come to experience to have those experiences.
I'm a simple eater. I go hamburger, salad, chicken. That's it. But
oh well, you've got a lot. I'm taking you out to some places that you're going to try some really wonderful things that we have.
So, we go back to Forte. Gramercy comes in. Mm-hmm. Forte comes in. Mm-hmm. John Martin's is coming back.
I know.
And whatever.
And on Giralda, we have Luca on Giralda, Luca Osteria, and Giorgio being the chef driven. Oh, he's terrific.
You have to book a reservation.
Well, it's a small space, so you have to go far in advance.
Yes.
Yeah.
I mean, I hear the food is incredible.
When you love Italian food, there's nothing better. Right. It's really good.
Yeah.
Really, really
Coral
good.
Gables is just, and I think bringing the restaurants in. So what's BID going to be doing? Any exciting things?
So the BID, as I said earlier, it has sort of 2 functions. One is to help the group of members, which are the property owners within a certain area, in marketing in bringing to the forefront and bringing people to the city. And the other thing is advocating for them. So if
Advocating to who?
for them to the city. So if there are challenges that they have, and if there are situations they want to bring to the forefront, we work together on that, and then we can go to the city with that. And that's where, the beauty of the triumvirate we talked about earlier is that then I can bring in the chamber and I can bring the economic development, and as a team we can go and say, look, this is what our businesses are saying, this is what's holding them back, or this is what they like. Can we do more of this? Can we do less of this? And how do we go forward on that? So that's a lot of that goes on behind the scenes. But in the front of the scenes are all of the events, the pop-ups, the trainings that we do to keep our streets active.
That's important.
Oh yeah, and that's why I early on I said that we have Halloween coming back. It sounds like nothing, but you mentioned something earlier. You said
finally something right.
How safe our streets are, I should say, and how safe the whole city is. To have Halloween there, it's not just for Coral Gables. It's a Miami event.
It opens the door for everybody.
It's a Miami event, and that's the beautiful thing for us, because we have tremendous amount of parking all over town.
Despite what people think,
I know,
there's parking everywhere.
We have parking everywhere. It's not just two buildings, and it's not just the city buildings. There's a lot of other parking under the other buildings that one can go to.
But if you're going to park on the street, please pay for your parking. Those tickets are expensive.
Yeah, it's not worth taking that chance. It's
$36.
It's not worth it. Not worth it. Yeah,
I got nabbed.
I've got every. Then you know.
I know very well. So
Then
how many properties are there in your 19 blocks?
Ooh, I don't have a number top of mind. I'll tell you why, because we've got little stores that are this size, and then we have the Hyatt, which is this size.
But you go by you go by
property delineation and ownership of the property. So it's the property owner. So we have people, we have members who own a building, and in that building there might be 3 consecutive stores.
But it's still one property.
But it's one property.
And you go by property owners, correct?
Correct.
So if I'm a small property owner, or if you have
or a large property owner, that's who my member is. So I have 2 audiences: the membership.
Membership
is those property
businesses.
Owners. No, the property owner. And then I have the merchants, because I need to talk to the merchants to help them with their businesses, or to find out from them what it is that we can do for them, and so on. So that's the other audience.
I don't know if it's your team's responsible, but I love when a store is vacant. You can't tell because you put that.
We do
walking,
that. Yeah, we do that. Yeah,
I think it's huge.
So the city has asked us to do that, and that is so that you don't see the work going on behind the vinyl,
right?
And usually there is work going on behind, because if a new tenant comes in, they're going to put in a new kitchen, they're going to put up new lighting, they're going to do some work, and the idea is not to have all that visible from the street. So that's the concept. So I would tell you that right now, if you walk down the Mile, and even down Giralda, the walking street, if you see some of the vinyls, they're actually properties that are leased. Those aren't empty. We have some empties, but a lot of them are properties that are leased, and there's work going on behind. And we have some new restaurants on the Mile that are gonna open up at the end of this year that we don't even know about yet. Well, some of it is public. We have a barbecue place that's opening up. We have Dickie's Barbecue?
Really?
Yes,
Where?
They're going to be at the top of the Mile. They're going to have a place.
Top of mine?
Okay, top. Yeah, so closest to to City Hall.
Oh,
closest to City Hall. Yep. So we have that.
I didn't hear about a barbecue. Didn't say who.
Yeah, no,
I'm a big barbecue guy.
And that's going to be a lot of fun, because that actually is bringing a whole. We don't have any. It's not as though we have some pizza places and we have that, but we don't have that kind of thing.
And it's tough to make a living in barbecue. And so this one will be the king of Miracle Mile.
I think it will be. And I think, we also are looking at a new environment where there's a lot of takeout. And barbecue is one of those things that people can take home. You order it and
eat
so on.
Barbecue once a week.
Oh, so you love it.
Oh,
you love it. Do you do it? Do you make it? Oh, I shouldn't ask. I shouldn't ask. Oh.
But I know a lot of chefs that cook.
That's probably the smartest and the best way to go.
I don't smell like barbecue. My hands aren't barbecue.
Oh yeah, but
Well,
there's
yeah,
the
that's
salt.
different. That's different
That's
after you eat.
good. That's good stuff.
Okay, so
It's good stuff.
Coral Gables, how do you rank yourself? Not you,
Hmm.
Coral Gables among Dade County.
Well, here's an interesting, unlike what, let's say, the chamber can do, and I'm not sure how that gets ranked. Bids, the business improvement districts on a city by city basis are very different. They behave differently and they have different missions. So what does that mean? That means that some bids, and they're called different. They're not called business improvement districts. Actually, are what they call clean safe bids. And a clean safe bid is one that manages the um, the the garbage collecting in their
Yeah, every
downtown.
city's different.
Yeah, or they manage a security dash police force in their downtown. Of course, you've got larger cities and you've got smaller cities, so they're different. We were not incorporated that way. When this bid was incorporated in the city, and the commissioners approved that, and the mayor approved that at the time. Then it was to be a marketing promotion bid, and then one with advocacy opportunities. So it's different. So ranking would be a really tough thing to do. I think.
I worded it wrong. How do you rank the city of Coral Gables, downtown Miracle Mile, downtown Coral Gables among
Other downtowns?
Yeah, I mean, I think
So-
you have to be in the top 10%.
Well, we are, because we are a destination, and because we are we have an incredible downtown with great offices and great businesses and some multinationals that are here that just draw a lot, and we have new ones coming down the pike. I'm sure Mark's told you about those. So that makes our bid very interesting and active. You hit on the cultural side of things. We have history. A lot of parts of Miami don't have history, and that's terrific. And people come to visit that, whether it's the Venetian pool, whether it's whatever Coral Gables has a lot to offer. But I would tell you, we have work to do. We have work to do. We're not as trendy as I would like Coral Gables to be, and we're not Coconut Grove, and we're not comparing to them, but we have work to do. We need to bring in some other businesses that will create that thing, and we're going to get there.
Coral
gonna
Gables
get
is doing really well. You should be proud of
it's
yourself and the
doing
team,
very well.
because you all work together. Some
Mhm.
organizations don't work together. Okay, we're going to about to wrap this up, but now the tough challenge comes.
Okay,
Are you ready?
I guess.
Are you sure?
I don't
This-
know.
this
I'll
is the real
try.
challenge.
All right.
All right. Name anybody that's related to you for their birthdays. Go.
For their birthdays?
Yeah.
What do you mean?
Family members. Go.
Catherine.
No, I don't need names.
Oh, names. What? Dates?
Dates.
Dates. November.
Who's Catherine?
My sister.
Keep going.
November, my son. November, another stepson. October, a grandson.
Birthdays.
Birthdays. Yeah. But you want days.
Family members. Anybody
February, my brother, another brother.
You got a big
September. I know. We're 4.
else? Name who else you met?
So another brother who's September. He's coming up next
September
week.
what?
September 26th.
Yeah. Okay. Come on. You
want dates?
That's close enough. All right. Your favorite taco restaurant?
Ooh, Koyo Taco. I love
Why
Koyo Taco.
You know what they're great about them? They're locally owned.
They're locally owned, and they're in my bid.
That's important.
Bid. Absolutely.
Okay. Your favorite pizza place? Doesn't have to be in the bid. Anywhere in the Gables.
Anywhere in the Gables. Okay, brand new one called Lorenzo's.
Where's that?
It was where Lorenzo's was, and it's a new one, and it's now called Craft, and it's on.
Oh my God!
Have you been there?
So
Have you had their pizza?
These two guys are from
They're Argentina.
Argentina. The pizza is unbelievable.
Yeah.
Nice guys.
Argentina from-
Yeah, right across.
They're terrific. Oh my God, their pizza's delicious, right?
Delicious.
So was that the
And-
right answer?
Well, I hate to tell
God,
you
I'm
something.
glad you
know
like
what's
it.
you know, the best thing about Kraft
What?
is not their pizza.
Their breakfast.
They make unbelievable brownies.
Well, you know what? What I love about what Kraft has done is they've come in and they've just told the world they're not just pizza, and
Okay,
they have
next-
a great breakfast.
Next question. Favorite pizza? What is this?
Oh,
Burger.
Okay, Clutch Burger.
You know, where else? You got another burger place?
That I hang out. No.
Go ahead. You gotta say it.
No, I don't.
Locally owned Clutch Burger.
Yep,
Okay.
that's where I go, probably once a week. Don't tell anybody. Ooh.
Thanksgiving. Give me words. What do you love about the Thanksgiving?
Thanksgiving, get together with my
Words,
family.
not sentences.
No,
Go.
okay. Family, cooking, stuffing. Oh my God,
Are you
stuffing.
a good cook?
Oh yes, stuffing. I love.
Just want to make
cooking.
sure I want to know where.
No.
to go.
I yes.
Your favorite college football team?
Ooh, I'm going to just say because I'm here.
No, come on.
Well, come on. I don't play football, and I didn't grow up in America. I'm not about that.
Who was your superhero as a kid?
I told you.
Go ahead.
I don't think I had one. Why?
Okay, next.
I'll tell you why. I didn't have one. I grew up in Italy. TV was black and white, and we were watching things like Topo
That's funny
Gigio.
how old you are.
And we were watching Topo Gigio. No, but that was what it was.
Your favorite gift as a child?
Bicycle.
How old were you?
I was
25?
7.
Favorite place to eat chicken?
You're not good at this. I have it everywhere.
You eat. Next.
I cook a lot. Okay. Have I been to the Everglades?
No. Your favorite animal?
I'm gonna say a crocodile. I saw one this morning at
Where?
6 a.m. at Regatta Park.
Where?
6 feet.
Which park?
Regatta Park in Coconut Grove. 6 feet. It was swimming around. Yeah, that was my first in-town crocodile.
Okay. When you go out to dinner, where do you eat fish?
Oh, where do I like my fish? Do you know redfish?
Of course. Really? Everybody knows. That was my first job.
No way.
They used to be a concession stand in 1973.
That place.
I worked in the concession stand there.
Amazing.
So, Chef Adrian, listen to me.
Okay.
I was there before you.
Yeah, well, she's amazing, and she's done a super job there. Really nice.
Okay, two more
Great
questions.
fish.
Two more
Oh,
questions.
cowboy here. Huh?
Cowboy. Who's your favorite cowboy, and what was your favorite cowboy movie?
Oh gosh, my favorite cowboy. Look, I don't know. I don't have a favorite cowboy.
What about cowboy movie? No.
No.
Okay. The magic of the mix. Why and how the bid? Why is it so successful?
Because
I think it's very successful.
Thank you. But because of the mix of the chamber and the economic development department of the city, without the three stool effect, the triumvirate, it wouldn't be so easy. And that's making it happen.
Well, it's really excited to have you here.
Well, thank
Coral
you.
Gables bid does a great job. We deal with, I don't know if you know, we have 11 newspapers covering all Dade County, and Coral Gables is really the heart and soul of Dade County. It's not Flagler anymore. Flagler really has moved down to Coral Way. So thank you very much. Anytime you're welcome, come back.
Thank you.
And I'll ask you more difficult questions.
Yeah, I'm going to get ready with the hats.
Okay.
Can I bring hats too?
You can bring your hat. Michael, you ready to close me out? One last question. What's your favorite meal you cook?
It's a chicken meal. And it's in a pot, so it's something I can make ahead of time. And it has onions, and I put beer in it. And it's a wonderful sort of stewed chicken that just falls off the bone.
I just want to make sure, so when we have next time, you'll bring it. I thank you for coming out.
Thank you.
Grant Miller here at Miami Community Newspapers. Have a great day.
Thank you.